You already know the guy, Moe, back at it again, baby. Today we're gonna be reacting to The War, Young Blood Episode 1 horror show. Now this intrigued me because this had Wati on it in the thumbnail. I was wondering what these guys are gonna talk about. This is the Daily Telegraph. It's a news company, or news agency or whatever. But they're obviously gonna talk, like you can tell the description: a teenage father to be is murdered at the Royal Easter Show, and a youth gang problem which has festered for years and could not be ignored for any longer. Let's just give this a reaction real quick, see what they're talking about. Let's get into it.
Single stab wound to the heart. We're currently having trouble controlling the bleeding.
Knives on show at the Royal Easter Show. A violent brawl that left a teenager dying on the ground.
Uati Falatolu during a brawl on Monday night.
He died on his way to hospital as revellers were cleared out.
The bruise thing's like fully kicked it off, everyone's carrying shoes around. You've got little 12-year-olds online, they're showing.
Bro, what the fuck? I didn't expect to see this head. I didn't expect to see this guy, bro. I did not expect to see Big Cash on this. He looks different. He looks a lot skinnier.
It was just another example of a life lost through knife crime.
Oh, shit. You see him chucking up 6'7". So, like, I guess he was affiliated, but he wasn't. He was about to leave the life.
It was just another example of a life
Damn, bro. Too young, man.
lost through knife crime and gang warfare.
That's
The war comes, it's ready.
When did you realise he was dead?
But I don't want him to be another statistic.
So you never know what someone's going to do.
These kids had their whole lives ahead of them.
Damn, bro. Rest in peace, bro. What the fuck? That's Tino, bro.
These
I don't know.
kids had their whole lives
Rest
ahead of
in
them.
peace, man.
Certainly what is concerning is an increase with youth violence.
And this was a massive escalation in the postcode wars involving rap music and rap groups.
Damn. Okay. Tell us what you're gonna talk about.
Is this the most dangerous time to be on the streets for a kid?
We've had 11 kids killed in 4 years on New South Wales streets because of knife crime or postcode wars. That's the bare facts.
And to me, after 40 years of covering crime in this city, that's a terrifying number.
Yeah.
And
About
it's only getting
3-4
more and
years
more.
ago. It's about 2018, I think. I was talking to a very senior cop, just generally, we were just chatting, and he said, we've had to form a task force to investigate these groups of kids who are involved in clashes. These were guys that really stamped their territory, and he started breaking it down. So the suburbs that keep coming up are Mount Druitt, Doonside, Marylands, Inner West. They seem to be the magnet for these groups. There are even peripheral ones from everywhere, like Campbelltown. It's right across Sydney. You know, from that one conversation with a cop 2018 to saying, gee, we've got a problem here, that was when I first heard about postcode wars.
Pull your seal, lad, this is a different deal. Retaliation is a must, ain't no maybe ifs or buts. We took numerous trips around there, but lad, that's something I can't discuss.
We take a lot of our cultural trends from overseas, and the postcode wars have been no different. But the biggest trend to take root in the postcode wars has been drill rap music. Now, it started in the US and then spread to the UK, but it has absolutely blown up in Western Sydney.
Cause I got a war with anyone. Dubs on dubs, we already won. Bricks on bricks, we got plenty times. Cause everything I speak is fact. They're doing up Olympics. Hey, Ashbury, stop the sprinting.
Drill rap
Oh,
has
what
really
was that? What the fudge?
entrenched itself in this teenage culture. And essentially it revolves around teenagers or gangs rapping about crimes they've committed or claim to have committed, and then taunting other groups or other individuals about what they've done. And far too often, those taunts lead to violence. Probably the best known drill rap group in Australia has been 1-4. who came out of Mount Druitt and have had massive international success.
JM, I'm a 1-4 veteran. Boss on my hook cause I back my section.
Their biggest rivals, initially at least, were 21 Districts, who come from the inner west of Sydney. And right next to them in the suburb of Merrylands is a solo rapper called A Honcho. And he has grown a massive following, not only for his music, but because police allege he's part of the infamous Almudine crime clan. And so tensions between those three in particular have been at fever pitch in recent times. But elsewhere in Sydney, music groups and solo artists have been popping up everywhere. Doonside's a really popular area. Rappers love showing off the 6-7 postcode. And then they spread all the way down to southwestern, far western Sydney, and even on the North Shore and northern beaches.
Dang, lad.
Doonside's made a lot of headlines.
What does this say? I thought this said RFA. It says fresh? Fresh? Fresh. That's Doonside.
Doonside's made a lot of headlines in recent years for its issues with youth violence, and tonight we've organised to meet up with a group of teenagers who we're told know a bit about that.
Ah, okay. Now, they're gonna do a little interview.
You talked
Who's that?
to me before about some of the other suburbs around here, Mount Druitt.
It's pretty heavy there.
Why?
It's pretty intense there, so it's the area code beef, stuff like that.
This is what we grew up in.
Yeah.
So are these the 6-7 boys? Jeez, lad.
We lived it. Didn't choose it.
You didn't choose it?
We learnt the hard way growing up being kids in that.
Did you boys carry knives?
No, I don't.
You don't?
Use my fist, yeah.
Yeah. How long were you inside for?
About 3 years almost.
Right, 4.
Got out for about 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and then went back in for assault, so...
And do you have any interest in trying to turn things around, or what's your mindset now you're out?
Yeah, try to turn it around, but if the war comes, it's ready.
I'm not trying to be a smartass, but I still don't understand why there's such a rivalry with Mount Druitt, even after talking to you boys. Like it.
It's been happening since high school.
Yeah.
Really?
It's gone from being little kids, 6-7, blah blah blah, like postcodes and that, to like personally.
Yeah, right. So it starts when you're young.
Yeah.
Starts in school.
Here's the coppers.
Yeah.
Is it? You all together?
Yeah.
Yeah, we are. Why did we're filming something? Yeah, I'm from the Daily Telegraph.
Okay.
Yeah. He's working with us, and so are they, and we're just talking to local boys. While we were talking to the boys down that alleyway, a police car pulled up and the officers got out and told us that they'd had reports something sus was going on, and that people saw the balaclava and the face coverings and thought an armed robbery might have been about to occur.
Oh my god. Nah, that's crazy. They got intimidated because of the balaclava.
And so we moved on. Crazy. And as we were walking away, one of the teenagers told me that not only was he Uwasi Falatolu's best mate, but he was with him at the Easter show, and in fact, he himself was stabbed in the leg when that wild brawl unfolded. When did you realise he was dead?
I was looking around after I got stabbed, and I was looking around for my mates, and then I thought everything was fine, and then like we didn't think of it because we were in shock in that when it happened, when we seen him get stabbed and that. Like we didn't know. We thought like it still would have been Nito and that. And then I was getting run past him, and then I seen him on the floor like getting worked on.
Yeah.
But we thought he was all right because I heard it was one wound or something. And then I got to the shed where they were strapping up my leg and stuff. I heard on the radio, young patient in cardiac arrest and stuff. Yeah, I knew he was gone. But yeah, I couldn't like move. Like when I seen him on the floor, I couldn't move or nothing. I was like in shock.
Wow.
Changed that.
Damn, I feel for this guy, bro. Imagine losing your friend like that, bro. Fuck, man. Rest in peace.
That's why I just stick to making money and stuff now. I don't.
Because you've seen your mate.
Yeah, seen my mate pass. Yeah.
The postcode wars had been bubbling away in Western Sydney for a number of years, but the death of Uwasi Falatolu at the Royal Easter Show meant instantly it was an issue that could no longer be ignored.
Knives on show at the Royal Easter Show. Violent brawl that left a teenager dying on the ground.
After Wati's death,
brawl on Monday night.
After Wati's death, God rest his soul, I feel like everything just got worse, like 10 times worse. Like it became a lot more frequent, like stabbings and shit to happen, bro. It's fucked up.
This road behind me may look like every other one out here at Homebush, but every Easter it comes alive when it's shut off and turned into what's known as the carnival section of the Royal Easter Show. And it's right here that Uati Falatolu was working on the breakdance ride as an attendant for the second year running, a part-time job to earn himself some money. When he took his break on the first Monday night of the show, caught up with some other mates from their home suburb of Doonside, they bumped into another group of teenagers from another postcode. And that's all it takes. Very quickly, what is two groups of teenagers walking around enjoying the Royal Easter Show turns into a massive brawl, where not only a punch is thrown and wrestles had, but a knife is pulled and plunged into the heart of Uati, and he dies in.
Wait, this is a fucking full video. I don't think I've seen this before.
When the Royal Easter Show turns...
Oh, bro, is that Wati throwing hands?
Very quickly, what is...
Lads, hold on, lads.
Two
That's
groups...
Wati, yeah? That's him, yeah?
Teenagers walking around enjoying the Royal Easter Show turns into a massive brawl, where not only a punch is thrown and wrestles had, but a knife is pulled and plunged into the heart of Uati.
I wish it just stayed fights. Like, I would respect the fight, but like pulling out knives, bro.
And he dies instantly. There's nothing that can be done despite the best efforts of parents who've brought their young kids to enjoy their first show, paramedics who perform a makeshift open heart surgery as he lies here on the concrete.
Single stab wound to the heart. We're currently having trouble controlling the bleeding.
You've got a 17-year-old kid working his part-time job just a few weeks after finding out that he was about to have a baby with his teenage girlfriend, dying at the Royal Easter Show.
Sitting in cells, cops got them on lock, no internet, be fine using that. See them on streets, I ain't new to that. Robbing for goods, then I'm moving that. They be dissing the hood, that be stupid like. Can't come around now.
Appeared in the music video for MTNC. I've seen this before. I've seen this. That's what.
What we've learned in the aftermath of Uati's death was that he featured in the music video for the song Our Ways by MT and CO, who are rappers out of Doonside. And what I think that goes to show is not that he was a bad kid or that he was a gangster in any way. It just simply highlights how immersive drill rap culture has become in Western Sydney. And what's most concerning is that literally in Uati's case, having any gang affiliation can be deadly.
Oh shit, now we're gonna talk about Tino.
The murder of 20-year-old Tino Henry, who was stabbed in the chest in Parramatta yesterday morning. He later died in hospital.
A brawl with a rival gang near Parramatta train station.
In the early hours of Saturday morning in Parramatta in October 2018, police are called to a brawl of youths not far from here near Parramatta Station. By the time they got there, there was nothing there. But half an hour later, a man is found bleeding to death here. That's Tino Henry. He's part of the 21 district, a gang. He was stabbed a couple of times and died in nearby Westmead Hospital. Those that were caught were teenagers, 17, 19. And this is what led police to actually uncovering this culture of violence driven by drill music, of carrying knives, of hatred, that is claiming the lives of a lot of young people in Sydney.
Being two of the first groups on the scene in Sydney, there was naturally a rivalry between 1-4 and 21 District. But that went to another level after the death of Tino Henry in Parramatta. Tino was a member of 21 District, and so after his death, 1-4 decided to taunt their rivals by releasing the song The Message.
I got friends looking at 10, you watch yours get put in a box. 21 what? The one got knocked. I guess that makes them 20.
They explicitly said that with Tino gone, 21 District were down from 21 to 20. And so 21 District have no option but to respond, and they do so a few months later with the release of their song The Reply.
That was conduct right, between one got knocked. Nah, lad, I ain't gonna let that slide. From the right, in my X5 with the puppy on the side. Disrespect, fallen soldiers, that's straight suicide.
And in it, they point to a number of things, including that they've been around longer than 1-4, and that disrespecting a fallen soldier, as they call Tino, is something that demands retaliation. And so this rap beef goes viral and tensions in Western Sydney threaten to boil over.
You just
And
remember
what it
this,
also
guys.
does-
You know, everyone has been living in Sydney, lads. Remember 5 years ago when these two songs released, The Message and The Reply? Lads. That's when everything started multiplying, lads. That's when everything started multiplying. The gangs, everything, lads.
As
That's
laid
when
a
it
blueprint
popped
for
off, lads.
teenagers and
That's
gangs
when
as to
Drew
how
popped
they
off.
themselves can become rich and famous. Hurt your rival and then rap about it.
Even London, yeah. Oh, we're talking about London now. Okay.
My name is Andre Johnson, also known as Mr. Montgomery. I'm a music journalist and a documentary maker. I have a mixed view on drill. I don't believe it causes knife crime, but I do think it's an influence on knife crime.
And I want to find out to what extent drill music has a bearing on violent crime on the streets of London.
The drill scene's like fully kicked it off, eh? Everyone's carrying shoes around. You got little 12-year-olds online, they're showing their blades.
We don't have to see him box, bro. Like, this ain't about big cash, lads. Wow, man, bro. I've said this, man, but hey, look, I'm just gonna say it again. I don't condone none of this shit, bro. This shit is not okay, bro. No, it's never okay for someone to get stabbed, get killed, like, you know, like over things like postcodes, man. This shit's not like it's not like it's just not worth it, lads. It's not worth it, you know what I mean? But it is what it is. It's happening, and it's just a big problem in Australia right now. Hopefully we get it resolved, man. You know what I mean? I feel like the justice system is not really, you know, they're being very lenient with the youth, and the youth are taking advantage. They're stabbing people and then coming out in like 5 years, 3 years. They don't get bigger penalties. They should start doing adult time for doing adult crime. You know what I mean? That's what I believe in, bro. Bring the death penalty, bro. Like, for real, what the fuck? This shit's fucked up, bro. This shit's fucked. For real. This shit's, bro. Let me know down below what you guys think. Am I saying too much, or do you believe the same thing I believe? Do you think that they should take heavier penalties for things like that? Like, if you're gonna stab someone broad daylight or at night or whatever it may be, man, like, you're taking a life, a soul, just because you're young. Like you're pretty much just gonna slap on the wrist, bro. Like, it's crazy, bro, you know? And it's just like, any gang affiliation should be like, you know, like, should have consequences. Any gang related activities, any, you know, like, even if it's the drill music, like, people should, like they should really, like, Australia should really focus on this, you know, because it's only gonna get worse and worse. Like, if like, right now, by the looks of it, in the next 5 years, where do you picture Australia to be? I think if we're gonna stay exactly the way we are, you know, the law, the system, everything's gonna stay the same, drill music, everything, bro, we're gonna end up like London, bro. And I'm talking like a stabbing, like, every day, like every other day someone's getting killed, every other day someone's getting stabbed. Like, it's gonna get to that point, like London, you know what I mean? Like, London's fucked up. London's already a failed society. I'll put it out there. But Australia, it's heading towards that, you know what I mean? And it's not, I don't like to see it, man. I don't like to see it, you know. I grew up here. I wasn't born here, but I grew up here, you know. I'm a citizen, bro, and I've been in Australia since 2013, bro, and it's just like, it was nothing like this before, bro. It was a peaceful country, man. But anyways, bro, I'ma stop yapping, bro, you know. This shit is just, you know, put things into perspective for me, you know. It's just like, bro, this ain't worth it, lads, you know. But anyways, man, to each their own, bro. I hope, you know, like, none of that ever happens, you know, to anyone, to any family. No family deserves that. No family deserves the grief that comes with it. I feel very bad for the family. God rest everyone's soul. Tino, Wati, everyone who's dead, everyone who's passed from this war. It's a war, man. It's literally a war. But anyways, man, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Comment down below. Let me know what else you want me to react to. Yeah. And then make sure you guys leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys when I see you guys. Ladies.